Hey guys, I just finished Death Note, 2017, the live-action American adaptation of Death Note, and boy, oh boy, do we have a lot to talk about this film. Oh my god. I should probably give a little bit of background in case you've never ever heard of the anime and manga Death Note. It was like I think like 10 years ago or so. Um, it was kind of a weird, kind of interesting manga where this kid picks up this thing called a Death Note, and with it he kills people, usually bad people, with it, with the help of this kind of death god demon Ryuk, who follows him around as he's killing these people. And as he kills these people, bad guys, the cops get his attention. Is trying also to make sure he doesn't get caught by the police, and so he comes up with this name called Kira, which he uses as a moniker to know how people find out who did these crimes. And as he's doing this guy named L, who is basically his counterpart, his arch rival, to sort of that's trying to put a stop to all of this. So this movie is based off that anime and manga. Now this is an adaptation which is completely different from how the anime was. Like, it takes place in Seattle in America, so it's not taking place in Japan. There are no, I will say there's no Japanese people, because there are Japanese people, but it features primarily Americans. So Light is a white boy, blonde hair. Misa is now Mia, and she's now a cheerleader instead of a pop star idol, which makes more sense in America, I think. So that was a good move on them. L is played now by this is now a black guy instead of sort of, I don't know. I think Light, or no, sorry, I think L was actually mixed kind of race almost. It was kind of weird because we could never figure out. Yeah. So the show takes several liberties, and if you're a fan of the show, you're not gonna like it at all. But now, I will say, I was thinking like, man, I don't know about this. This seems so weird setting in America. However, I ended up kind of liking it. And I know people are going to be probably pissed that I said that I actually kind of like this film. And there's a lot of reasons why. I like the soundtrack to this. There's a synthetic. It uses a lot of synthetic music, which I really love. I'm a fan of a lot of '80s style music, and that kind of pushed me kind of towards that. The cinematography is great. I love it. It looks fantastic. Oh my god. The lighting, there's a lot of reds and blues that freaking look great. I like the way it's the look of the show. It's okay. You have to look at this not as Death Note. Think of it as sort of its own thing almost. Like it's called Death Note, but it's almost completely different. Yes, the story is kind of similar. There's a kid killing bad people and ends up getting, the attention of the FBI, and this guy named L is trying to, attack him, stop him. And so you get that. You have all these elements from the story, but it's a lot different the way they execute it. But I think they do it well. Not amazing, not perfect, but I think satisfactory. Like, it does an alright job. This is not Dragon Ball Evolution bad. This is fine. I think if you're gonna go out, if you have to make an adaptation of some kind of anime or like manga or comic, and it almost seems impossible to do it kind of like justice, do your own thing almost, and I think that's kind of why I like it. There are lots of different things that it does different. Like the death scenes, I thought were great because it's they get creative. Unlike I think in the anime, in Death Note, the anime, you would kind of they sparsely you'd see kind of a unique death, but a lot of the deaths in the anime and manga were primarily just heart attacks or stuff like that, and you wouldn't see it wouldn't get too graphic. You would mostly just kind of like just see what's being described mostly. But in this, I think you get to see more interesting kind of deaths. Like you see the very first death you see is this bully getting decapitated, which is kind of over the top, but I like that. It was interesting. It showed like I don't know. It was cool. I like that a lot. It was fun deaths in this film. I like the portrayal of L. L, he's one of my favorite characters from the anime, and here I think he's a great character here too. He's a little weird, but he's supposed to be weird. He's a different kind of weird, but they still kept a lot of syncrasies or kind of weird things he'd obsess with. Kind of the same. Like he still has a sweet tooth, which is a nice touch. I'm glad they kept that. Ryuk, the god that follows Light around, is sort of more malevolent, more evil than he kind of was in the anime and manga, where he was a little bit more neutral. Kind of, he wasn't telling Light really what to do. He was more just kind of wanted to see what he would do, and so I think William Dafoe kind of gives him a more sinister like look, and I actually kind of dig it. I think William Dafoe, let him do his thing, and it was awesome. I love William Dafoe. I love him hamming the hell up. He's fun as hell. Yeah, and the two leads, Light and Mia, they were great for the most part. I think it was weird in the anime. Misa, which is the girl's name, she goes by Mia in this. She is more upgraded to his love interest, whereas in the anime, Light would mostly just kind of like, oh yeah, I'm going out with you, like not really being serious at all about it. He did not give a crap about Misa. He used her the entire time. But in this movie, it's a lot different, where Light definitely likes her, but at the same time he's still like obviously wants to do this justice, and he doesn't want to get distracted. But I do like that Misa, or Mia in this case, feels like more of a character, whereas she kind of was, I don't know. In the anime, she was not the greatest part. She was always kind of like, oh, Light, you're so cute. And I'd be like, yeah, but Misa, you're not really great. You're just kind of being used by this guy. That's all that's helping. That's all you're doing, is being used by this guy. And so she kind of in the anime, she kind of ended up being a little flat. But I think I kind of liked her in this. She was, I don't know, she had more of a character going on. She had her own motivations, and I like that. Whereas in the yeah. But anyways, I don't know if you're gonna like this or not. If you've never seen Death Note, then you actually might enjoy it. I mean, I always look at this as more as a popcorn flick. Yeah, it's not the greatest thing, but it's certainly enjoyable. I had a lot of fun watching this. There's like moments you can enjoy, and I don't know if this is gonna get a sequel or not, but I don't know. I think if you're gonna do an adaptation, do it your own way, kind of, because I think. And I know Ghost in the Shell came out earlier this year. I didn't see it, but I know people were upset about it, and yeah, it sucks. And I know Dragon Ball Evolution wasn't great at all. That was terrible, terrible adaptation. Oh my god. So I'm with you guys. I trust me. I'm a fan of Death Note. I watched it like I don't know 10 years ago. So I don't know. It's kind of old now, I think. But anyways, yeah, I watched it when it came out, and I loved it then. And as its own thing, I think this movie is great, and I think you should watch it regardless. Yeah, I mean, if you just compare it to that, yeah, you're not gonna have a good time at all. But if you just look at it as its own thing, as its own separate thing. If you just called it maybe something else, I'm sure you would enjoy the hell out of it. At least I did, because I don't know. I'm a sucker for all these '80s synth and neon lights, and I don't know. I think I don't know. As a whole, this thing was fun for me, and I know people are gonna hate me for this. This video is probably gonna get downvoted, but I mean that's what you get. I don't care. As long as I enjoyed it, I think that's all that matters. But hey, if you didn't like it, or if you liked it, you should tell me. Like, comment below, because I actually want to hear from other people. That'd be kind of nice, because no one really talks too much on these videos. But yeah, if you're still here, still want to talk, yeah, chat down in the comments below. Tell me what you liked or disliked, and I'll see you later. But yeah, all right, guys, take it easy. See ya. Bye.